Adventure team. This is all of my 2018 PCT Northbound hike gear. Let's get started. So first on the list is my big three. So the big three is your most important things, being your backpack, your tent, and your sleep system. So my pack is the ZPACKS Arc Haul. I like this pack. It's really light and you can customize it in a lot of different ways. So if you don't want, say, hip belts or shoulder pockets or, you know, pockets here, or if you don't want just a bunch of, like, an ice axe loop, you don't have to have these things. So you can make it as light as you want it. I actually upgraded from the Osprey Exos 58 to this pack. The main reason being is that even on the small pack, the hip belt, when it was cinched all the way tight, still wasn't enough when I was carrying about 40 pounds, so it still slipped down my hips a little bit. And this hip belt comes in a variety of sizes. This is the extra small, and it comes with this 2-point tightening system, so you can actually tighten it to the top of your hips and the bottom. Also, if you opt for the hip belt pockets, these pockets carry about 1 liter, which is just giant. This is the ZPACKS Arc Haul. Next on my big three is my tent. So this is the ZPACKS SOLPLEX. I upgraded from a Big Agnes Fly Creek UL1 to the SOLPLEX. This thing weighs about half as much as the Big Agnes Fly Creek. So this tent doesn't use tent poles. Instead, you use trekking poles. And the trekking poles that I have to use with it are the Black Diamond Z poles. They're the Distance Carbon Z poles. And the thing about these poles is that they're actually a set length. So these are 120 centimeters, I believe, which is actually too long, or is just too short and too long for the SOLPLEX. So what I'm planning on doing is I have these little elevators, and one will go on the front of a pole while it's fully extended, and then one will actually go on the end like this when the pole is half extended. So I am a little bit concerned about wear right here, but I think I might just put like a spare sock or something on top of this just to keep it a little bit more padded. I think my dog spotted a squirrel. So that's my... Hi, did you see a squirrel? Yeah, she saw a squirrel. So that's my tent. I really like it. It's pretty spacious for a one person. I feel like I have a lot more room in this than in the Big Agnes. And I really like this side entry. I really like this side entry as opposed to having to like crawl in and turn around. So, ZPACKS are SOLPLEX. So, after that is my sleeping bag. This is my MARMOT Plasma 15 bag. To go with this, I also have a Sea to Summit Thermalite reactor bag, and I'm pretty sure that this I might just carry in the Sierras and in Washington. I am a very
6 hours later.
Very cold sleeper, so if I get too cold, I will ask for this to be sent out to me, so in conjunction these two will bring me down to about 0. So then my sleeping pad is the THERM-A-REST Neo Air X Lite. It's a regular length, and then I have a Sea to Summit AEROS pillow. That is the totality of my big three. So moving on, I have my cook system, all my food. So starting off, I have the MSR pocket rocket. This is the old style. I really like it. It's tried and true. And then my pot, I have, it's a TOAKS 700mm titanium pot, and the lid's in the bottom of this. And then to go with that, I have a TOAKS titanium long handle spoon. I really like this one because you can fold out the little wings and have a handle, which is very nice. That is my pot. And then the little odds and ends in my little food kit here. I have a Sea to Summit X cup, because I'm one of those people that really likes to have my food while I'm drinking a hot beverage. So this is one of my luxury items. And then in here I also have a mini Bic. I actually found this one, and this is just the one I've been using for a while. And I have a pack towel, just to kind of wipe things out, wipe things down, and make sure they're clean. Then also in here, just for safe storage purposes, I have a headnet, my headnet. This is called Insect Shield Repellent Apparel headnet. I just bought the cheapest one on Amazon. But the nice thing about the TOAKS 700mm pot is that an 8-ounce fuel canister can actually nest inside here with my cup and my pack towel in the bottom, like so nestled in that little concave space. So it'll all fit in this really nicely. So that's my cook set. And then next, I guess I have my water. I am using a SAWYER squeeze. I chose it over the mini just because of the higher flow rate. And then for my main reservoir, I have the PLATYPUS Big Zip Largemouth 3 liter, and then the hose. I really like this one opposed to the regular just kind of screw top one where this screws onto the thing, is because you have a much wider mouth, so you can actually just pour stuff in here. And then as backup water source, backup water containers, I have the PLATYPUS soft-sided 2-liter bottles. I will be carrying 2 of these, and I also will have 2 smart water bottles, 1 liters, 2 1-liter smart water bottles. So that would be a total of like 9 liters of water. Well, I hope I don't ever have to carry that much, but it's supposed to be a very dry year this year, so we'll see. Again, these are very light, and I can just ditch them as I go or get water bottles, whatever. So after that, I guess is clothes. This is the shirt I will be wearing. It's an REI SAHARA shirt. This is a men's shirt. So it has a vent here in the back, and then the pits are also vented, which is very nice. And then the back is also all vented in here. And the thing I really like about this shirt is that you can roll up the sleeves and they'll clip, or you can roll them down. And this has a UPF rating of 50, so you don't have to use as much sunscreen. For pants, I have the Patagonia baggy shorts. I would have gone with the barely baggies, which are half as long, but I have a large thigh tattoo that I want to keep the sun off of, so this will just barely cover my tattoo. And these are treated with a DWR, so it's a durable water resistant coating, so these will dry very, very quickly if they get wet, when they get wet. And then as headgear, I have a Good Earth hat. Good Earth is a company from my hometown, so I'm excited to wear this on the trail. So for my base layers, I have 2 options. I have the Patagonia CAPILENEs, the lightweight CAPILENEs, and then I have a -33 mid-weight layer. So the CAPILENEs are probably going to be more for the desert and NorCal and parts of Oregon, and then the -33 base layers I'm going to send in a bounce box for the Sierras and Washington and potentially any other time that I might need them. For gloves, I have the POSSUMDOWN gloves. I really like these. I live in Michigan and I wear these all the time and they keep my hands pretty warm. They are just not wind resistant at all, but ZPACKS does sell rain mitts that are wind resistant that I will probably end up purchasing to go over these. So after that, I have a pair of Dirty Girl gaiters because I know I'm just going to get an innumerable amount of sand and grit and rocks in my shoes, so hopefully this will cut down on those a little bit. And then after that, in here I have both a buff and like a head like wrap. So this is going to be mostly for covering my neck and or ears if it's windy, and this is going to be for when it's cold and I need ear protection. Because my ears get cold very, very, very quickly. So these are going to be coming with me probably the whole way. I also have, for my rain gear, I have the ZPACKS VERTICE rain gear. This is the jacket and the pants all zipped into the pocket. I really like these. They shed water very well, and the hood kind of has like a bill so that the water just doesn't fall down on your face. It kind of like drips off. My electronics after that, I have the Anker 10,000 milliamp hour charger and the cord that goes with it. So this will get my phone like 3 full charges from 0%. So hopefully this will last me. And then I have the charging cable and the USB converter for my Anker charger and for my phone. I will be using an iPhone 7 Plus on the trail, which is what I'm actually recording with. It takes very good video, so that's why I'm bringing it. And then also my headlamp. This is the Black Diamond Spot headlamp. This thing has like 1,000,004 features. If you get one, I highly suggest actually sitting down and like figuring out how to use it, because I kind of just like sit there and spam the buttons until I find what I need. But yeah, I really like this little headlamp. My toiletries, for my poop shovel, I have a deuce of spades. This thing weighs 0.6 ounces, which is nuts, and this thing can dig a hole faster than pretty much anything, which is great if you really need to poop. And then this is my toiletries bag. In it I have my repair kit for my sleeping pad, contact lens solution, and a case. I will also be carrying a backup pair of contacts just in case. And then I have a bamboo toothbrush that I've whittled the handle off of, so it's super duper light, in a travel case. Lotion and sunscreen. And then I have toothpaste and floss. In here will also go ibuprofen tablets and duct tape with a needle stuck in it, and probably some like Neosporin little tiny packets just in case. And then also for toiletries, I have a little hand sanitizer thing on the outside of my packet. So then for my odds and ends, this is my THERM-A-REST Z seat. This thing has like 1,000,004 uses, but it's really just nice to be able to sit down and not have your butt get wet. So, after that, some of you may laugh, but that's perfectly fine. I'm also bringing my stuffed animal, Sunny. My probability of finishing just skyrockets if I bring him. He will probably just keep me a little bit more sane while I'm out there. After that, I have what I can... Hi, do you want to sit in the lap? You want to sit in the lap? Oh, okay. And after that, I have what I consider seasonal gear, which Cricket is now inspecting. This is the BEARVAULT BB 500. In it is my food bag, which is just a Sea to Summit 20-liter dry bag. But yeah, this thing is a tank. I know bears will not be able to get into it because I can hardly get into it. After that, for Sierras, I have the Camp CORSA ice axe, 60 centimeters, and then the Black Diamond ice axe leash on it. And then I have the KAHTOOLA MICROSPIKES. This is probably one of the few things that I'm actually going to keep in the bag because I know these points are very sharp, but I really don't want them to snag on anything and rip stuff. So, hi, do you want to smell the MicroSpikes? So that's my Sierras gear. For the desert, I am also bringing the GOSSAMER Gear LIGHTFLEX umbrella. And this is actually the full-size one. They have a travel-size one that packs down smaller. I really wanted the full-size umbrella. I know this will help a lot in the desert to be able to keep the heat down. So, and that's really it for all of my gear. I tried to keep it as minimal as possible because I know that water carriers are going to be more of a concern this year. But yeah, my base weight for all of my gear is, I think it's about 10.5 pounds, I believe, and that's without factoring in the seasonal gear. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I'll be putting up more videos in the future. I'll be putting up more videos in the near future about pretty much just preparing to head out. I have 6 weeks left now. Tune in, have fun, go out and adventure, be your own bird. Robin out.